up? Happy Q&A Monday.
Happy Monday.
Welcome.
I love that you guys are already dropping questions like they are so hot. Hey, Robin. Hey, Anna. Happy Monday. Hey, Tina. Sandra, Judith, I love you guys so much. This question dropped 5 minutes before we went live. And the question is
Spotlight.
What spotlight? What is the question? What is the best product I could use that is safe for my cat that could make my carpet smell clean from urine smell? I have tried vinegar and baking soda, and so far it's still there. So number one, what you want to use is an enzymatic cleaner. So we use the unscented anti-icky poo. I know there are a lot of them out there. Make sure that it's like unscented. Scents will mess with your cats. What I would do for if you have to find the spots that have been soaked, get a black light so you can see where the problem is. Next, soak that area with the anti-icky poo or the enzymatic cleaner, because that's what you really need to get that urine smell out. I would first, if it's already dried, I would soak that area with water, mop it all up with a towel or paper towels to get it back up, and then soak it with the enzymatic cleaner, mop that up, and then I would use this product. And this is called Farm Dog. But this is a concentrate that you can put on that will really eliminate the urine smell. So Farm Dog Naturals Relief Concentrate. This is something that you're going to mix into a large bottle of water.
Jolene.
Hello. We had another question at the
50
top.
stars. Thank you, my dear.
SH, absolutely love you. Thank you for sharing your wisdom here. Wisdom might be a stretch, my dear. I have a question about my cat's eating patterns. He tends to be more of a grazer. And while he would eat wet food, he is now not interested in it. What can I do to get him to eat wet food again? His vet recommends dry food for his teeth, but I don't particularly feel okay with that. And that's great because dry food does nothing for our teeth. It's like eating potato chips to brush your teeth at night, or a Twinkie. For that matter, I know it's a little on the softer side.
That Twinkie is more moist.
That's more on the softer side. So one thing that you're going to have to do if you've got a grazer on your hands is to get them back over to the moisture-rich food, you're going to have to do scheduled meal times. What are you laughing about?
I don't know. Sissy and I are laughing about Twinkies.
Okay. It is more moist. Pick up the grazing food just initially so that when he's hungry, especially overnight, so when he's hungry, he's going to have that wet food. Sprinkle it, even if it's dry food that he loves. Crunch up some of that dry food, smash it with a spoon, sprinkle it over the wet food. Then try to switch him over to what we do with our babies is we switch them over to freeze-dried raw food. So, and then we put them in their little feeders so that they have little snacks. If he wants to graze, then he knows that like, oh, breakfast time is at 6:30 in the morning, but at 11:30 I get a snack, and then at 4 o'clock I get a snack, and at 9 o'clock, and then at 3 a.m. So you can try to make it more on his schedule, but that he does have a little bit of a gap in between, and he can kind of graze healthier food instead of just the kibble.
Yes.
Jay agrees. That's remarkable. Hi, Lisa.
Fancy seeing you here, Tina.
Fancy seeing. It's like, how did we know?
What is your take on the freeze-dried food, Jolene? So yeah, as Adrienne was just saying, freeze-dried is a great alternative to kibble. So there's different types of freeze-dried. You want freeze-dried raw, and you still want to read those ingredients because now it's kind of becoming like a hype. So lots of companies are saying they're able to say it's like
now they make a raw coated kibble.
Right. So like, don't get it confused, but if you're feeding it, it's a great alternative because it doesn't have those starches and carbs. However, it still doesn't add back in the moisture. It has a little bit more moisture, but it still doesn't add back in the moisture. So it's not a alternative that we would suggest to only feed freeze dried.
In fact, I will say this, true confession. We get
and it's way expensive.
Crunchy munchies, and they are very expensive, but they like the little crunchy munchies. But I can tell when they've had one of our cats that says too much of that and not enough of their raw food, their raw, moisture-rich, species-appropriate food, because their poops will be hard. So that is where you really have to keep an eye on everything. Don't go too far hard in the paint on one or the others because it says raw anywhere in it. Moisture is what's important.
Brianna said, my kitty is 2 months into first heat and still going. Appointment isn't for another month. Any tips? So many tips. Okay. So a few things that we can do. A heating pad, right?
Heather Wright is here.
Oh my God. Heather Wright. I love
She's
you
our
so
sister
much.
Wife.
Oh, I miss you so much.
You
okay, Brianna,
woman.
though. There are
for heat.
Yeah, there are several things. One that we have used, and when Annie went into heat, and really helps, is Feline Essential Cat Calm. It's a mixture of 80 different herbs, 21 minerals, 7 exotic plant extracts. You can add that to the food. It really helps to take that edge off. Heating pads. We actually have a blog on this with all the breakdown of like how to help a cat in heat, that you can help them be comfortable. It's so heartbreaking. It wasn't until Annie last year that I actually experienced a cat of my own in heat. And I was like heartbroken. And she was like, please, mommy, have sex with me. Like it was, like it's so sad.
It was a lot.
It was so sad. It was a lot. But it was
I don't know
sad.
if that's what she was actually
No,
saying.
she was like, have the sex with me. Like, and there are ways. In fact, we reached out to our community and they came up with like, I won't say it. You'll find it on Google, but they did say like different ways.
Certain veterinarians have ways that can help, but I do not advise you exploring them.
I didn't. I did not explore them myself. Considered it, but I did not.
Hey, Alex Bertolino, am I saying it right? Good to see you again, Alexandra. Tina, I got the package and give it to my friend today, and she has started using it for her kitty. Thank you. Tina is one of these beautiful humans in this world that when she finds a cat in need, who is another person's cat in need, she helps. It's just crazy.
She's one of the most kind, considerate, and good-looking people to know in this world. Beautiful human. Because she's always helping everyone who is of good. Okay. Shay. Hello. Follow up for my question last weekend. Took my cat to the groomer last week, and nope, he wasn't having it. Was able to have his back nails cut, but when it came to the front nails, unsuccessful. What next? LOL. Scratching posts. We want to get some strong, sturdy scratching posts. Here's the thing. We talk about making sure that you clip your cat's nails. That is if they don't do it naturally themselves. And so many people have the little cardboard scratchers or stuff that isn't actually going to help them shed the sheath, right? So that will be most important, though. Get good scratching force, but most important is keeping an eye on those nails, because even if there are good scratchers around, it is possible for those nails to grow. If they don't shed properly, they will grow, they will curl in and grow into their top half. And then you have a surgery on your hands. Then you have an issue. So if you cannot get those nails clipped, then just make sure that they have really strong scratchers. Because Annie, I'll be honest, we have not once been able to. We have tried several times, but we have the kitty coma, and it's just not there yet. No, it works for all of our other cats and all of our past. Like, it was so good for so many. It's been good for so many years, but with Annie, no. It's a corral. It's a no. It's a I can't. I don't want to. So she's not someone that we can yet. We're going to keep trying, but she's not there where we can trim her nails. So we keep an eye on them, and we give her as many scratching posts as possible so she can. Because in the wild, nobody trims feral cats' nails, right? Like nobody does that, but they climb trees. They are like they have the world available to them. Sandra. Well, hey girls. Sandra said. Doesn't mean that it's girls just because they're sliding. No, it's Annie and it's Annie. Okay. Sandra said, "Yay for Q&A Monday. Thoughts on Apoquel shuts down immune response, which leaves itching. No one can figure out." Integrative vet, what's wrong with Kiki? Okay, so Apoquel, you're right. The main ingredient is cyclosporine. It is an immune suppressant. So what that does is it shuts down the immune system. Now, so long term, most reputable vets will say never use this long term, because now we're just killing our cat's immune system. So they're going to end up with secondary illnesses, issues moving forward. So there are so many things that actually science is coming out with, as far as like, come on, cats. Hey, yeah. There's so many things. Annie, be sweet. Be sweet. There's so many things that we can. Thank you, Jolene, for another 50 stars. You're my girl. There's so many things that we can use as an alternative to Apoquel and actually get to the root of the issue. So Apoquel is typically used for sensitivities or allergies, right? If you don't know, Sandra, we recently, by recently, I mean last week, we just released a feline hair and saliva test kit for cats, which is off the chain amazing. And so if your cat has allergies, you can do this easy at-home test. Send it off to this lab. They do bioenergetic testing with this machine. So it tells you everything that your cat is actually sensitive to. And then it goes into, it tests all like hundreds of different natural remedies. It has like natural remedies and it has homeopathic remedies on what your cat specifically resonates with as far as what would be the best to treat that specific sensitivity. So I highly recommend you check that out. We've seen the results in our home and we didn't even know we had issues.
Kelly with 99 stars for Mission Meow. And a question I just saw, what is the best freeze-dried raw? I am getting ready to adopt again, and I'm going to start off right. You guys.
Yeah, I would say hands down, the best freeze-dried raw would be green juju.
Ooh,
green juju all day, every day. Best. What our cats like is Vital Essential. So it's Vital Cat.
Quest is also a good one.
Quest, Steve's Real Food. Quest. God, there's so many.
There's a lot of really good quality ones out there.
A Simple Food Project.
Yes.
I mean, the cat community is really loving this. Our cats are not as they are about the Vital Essentials, but they the cat community is like, yes, Simple Food Project for sure. Link is in our bio for that. There's so many good.
There's a lot of good ones. Here's the number one thing that I would say about any food that you're thinking about feeding because you want to do it right. Reach out to the company. It's incredible to me how many companies that are truly passionate about the quality of food. They're so proud of it. They're so transparent, and they want to tell you all the details. They want to answer all your questions. So reach out. It's great to have like a couple, like Steve's Real Food, Green Juju. These are like really awesome companies.
Amazing companies.
That do such a great Simple Food Project, that do such a great job. Yeah. And so call some of them to ask your questions to see what a good company should be willing to share with you. Yeah. Alexandria said, what are the good dental treats for kitties?
I will say two things. One's going to be a little bit more difficult, but the best. And then the second one's going to be awesome and easy. The first one is raw meaty bones. Now it's the cheapest. You can pick this up at your market. Chicken necks. Great. Like chicken necks, raw.
Even chicken wings.
Never cooked.
Never cooked.
Meaty bones. It is so good for your cat's teeth in the wild and in the zoo. That is what keeps their teeth clean. Silver vine sticks.
Silver vine
is number 2. Silver vine sticks are easier. They like to chew on it. It really does help. It really does help their teeth. I wouldn't say none of this would be a replacement for getting your cat's teeth checked at the vet. None of it, because there's always dental disease.
We're getting a delivery. I love Rob's dropping the
Denise for 200 stars. What? From Mission Meow.
Denise.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for literally supporting cat-centric rescues and nonprofits that is what all your stars go to. Every time you guys give us stars, it all goes to them. We take none of it. Zero.
Work.
And we love it so much. So we're so
okay. A couple of great questions here. I know we're getting way behind, but Hope said, "What are your cat's favorite toys?" Our cat's favorite toys, there's self play where they can play with something on their own, like a spring or a bouncy tail ball. Yeah. There's social play where they play with each other, and then there's the cream of the crop engaged play with a wand toy. That is our cat's favorite. Engaged play.
DABIRD. We don't sell it. We don't know who owns it. We don't know.
We looked it up. Go Cat Go.
But we don't know them. But I'm telling you, hands down,
They love it.
whenever it makes no sound. It doesn't have a bell on it like the other one.
Oh, it was D.
It doesn't have anything like that, but they know the sound of that stick. They know the sound of like, they just
low
feel
profile
it
stick, low
when we
profile
grab
string. They just get to focus on the lure,
and
whether it's
like,
ground or aerial.
Are we gonna play?
Oh, they
and
love
they
it.
will go
Spotlight follow up. Starting my cat on raw, and he likes it, but unfortunately, every time he eats it, his bowel movement is very soft. Like it's kind of like solid, but still runny. What do you guys recommend me doing? So we had this issue with Annie Bell. Annie Bell, when she first started, she didn't even know what soft food was. We literally had to go out and get samples of kibble just to get her to eat when we found her, because she did not know that soft food was food. And when she did start eating soft food, very runny stool. So something that you can do to help with that is keep up the good work. Moisture is so important. You can add just a teaspoon.
Don't get too freaked out about it.
Right. You can add a teaspoon of pumpkin into the soft food.
Some probiotics. Any of that can work, but
just give his body enough time.
Give the body a chance to, I always say it like this. If we've been eating McDonald's every single day, like just French fries, potato chips, whatever it is, we've been eating it every single day. That is our diet. And then all of a sudden we're like, I'm going to have a salad. I heard that salad is good for me, so I'm going to eat a salad for lunch. You're going to get a salad shooter is what I call it, right?
You're going to get too graphic, but
I'm not being graphic. I'm just saying you're going to get a little bit of a shooter of salad. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Alexandra.
For 99.
Go, if you guys don't know who Mission Meow is, because every one of your stars is going there, go look them up.
Missionmeow.org.
The beautiful work that they're doing.
Amazing work.
I don't know if they're on YouTube, but they're definitely on Facebook. Mr. Milligan. Thank you, sir. I'm going to click you out. Sit. Thank you.
You're going to have to give me some of your wine.
I don't think so, Tim. My cat needs to be more active. What are some fun toys cats love? So this is back to the engaged play. So think about it like this.
It's like $12 on Amazon.
I think it's up to 16 or 19 now.
Really?
Operation Inflation.
DABIRD.
Tina, 800 stars.
Stop it right meow, Mission Meow. Yay. Thank you so much, Tina. Oh.
That's so beautiful. So
always making a difference in this
getting a cat to be more active is really about engaging their instincts. I think Pam Bennett Johnson over on Instagram does such a great job of really helping cat lovers better understand their cat. Like how we play with cats. We dangle a wand toy in front of their face. She's like, that's not how prey acts. You're engaging your cat's instincts when we're playing with them. That's how we get them to be active. They're predatory animals, right? So she really does a great job of kind of explaining how that works. So it is about engaging in play in a way that is natural and that is so taps into their instincts, they just cannot resist it. So engage play.
Jessica Horton has a question that I think you are going to love.
My cat, hey Jessica, my cat, I'm going to love it.
Because there's poop involved.
I see poop. Hold on. Here we go. My cat keeps getting poop stuck to his bum. His poop seems solid, but also a little wet. Do you think it's because he has a small litter box? Back to our Annie Bell. So when she had issues, she's a very long-haired kitty. So she would go to the bathroom and she would sometimes have a little, did you guys just see that? Anyone see that? Marilyn, did you see that? Oh my God, you're here and I'm here. It's like magic. It is magic. So when it comes to cats that get poop stuck on their bum, I would try to pay attention to what you're doing. So what they're doing. So Annie is a deep squatter. When cats do the poop position, and we were talking on Instagram about cats that have arthritis, it's actually hard for them to do that poop position. Annie's always been a deep squatter. So she would literally be almost in the litter even while she is doing the poop. So kind of take a look at how your cat is pooping because sometimes they're pooping, but it's not really, it doesn't have room to drop. That could be one thing. The litter box, is it the size of the litter box that you're asking? Definitely you want a litter box that is the length and a half of your cat from their nose to the base of their tail. So you may need a bigger litter box. You may want to look at how much litter you're putting in there. Dr. Marcy Koski with Feline Behavior Solutions says 3 inches seems to be the sweet spot for litter. So they have room to dig because they want to dig that little poop hole before they poop in it. But For Annie, it's like she found, we played around with different kinds of litter. We did a bunch of different things, but in the meantime, it did mean keeping an eye on her bum. And sometimes it meant using a damp paper towel or washcloth to help her clean her little butt. Are you bored?
I am. Thank you, Hilly. In
Kelly.
memory
Oh
of Lucy and Slugger.
Oh my God, I love you so much.
So
Here's to
much.
Lucy and Slugger. I just feel like, you guys, we're all here because of our cats, and our cats are our best teachers. And I feel like that's what makes this community so full of beautiful humans. I just love you guys. Love you, Lucy. Love you,
Most
Slugger.
amazing humans on the planet. Here's to your
Cheers.
babies.
Thank you. Becky said, why do I need to wait almost a month to have my baby girl fixed? She has been in heat for over a week, and soon it's too soon. I know it's the bleeding they worry about, but she's going to go into heat again by then. So this is where you would have a conversation with your vet. They say it's best to get our girls fixed before their first heat. Sometimes we don't even see it coming. They can start very young.
Yeah.
But
we want to do it in between heats, guys. So we have been told this by veterinarians that we love and trust. And we have said it for years and years. It wasn't until recently that I heard from a few people who had their cats spayed while they were in heat. And it's not fun, that the after results, because that's typically when the cat continues to think that they're in heat for an extended period of time. So I think it's very important that you work with your vet and you make sure that you schedule that in between heats.
Tina said, Denise, kind of like the old days, huh? See how often we can get them to drink. You guys, back in the day.
I know, right? We're actually drinking real alcohol.
We've been doing we did dry January, and then we do like dry during the week. So we've been drinking like fake wine. Tonight we're drinking real wine. And back in the day, Jay would get to half mast. It's kind of like almost where her eyes are at now. And then she would just slide off her chair by the end of the night. Kind of is like the old days. Every time they gave stars. Yeah. Right, Carla? My knitted pearls. Wine thief, for sure. Okay. Sunny Rose said, overweight diabetic cat at 20 pounds. Any advice to help them lose some weight? This is going to really come down to calorie counting. And if your cat is already insulin dependent, you really got to keep an eye on those levels as you switch up the diet. The beautiful thing, and Sunny, I would encourage you to reach out to us, shoot us a text or a DM, because with diabetes in cats, so many cats are actually fed into remission
easily.
But if your cat is relatively easily,
if they are not insulin dependent already, if they were just diagnosed with diabetes, and we can switch up their diet and we can get them out of diabetes pretty quickly for the majority of cats, right? It's not every cat. Every cat is an individual. Every cat is different. But for the overwhelming majority, we can feed them into remission, which is so much easier and cheaper.
Than dealing with.
However,
for sure,
if you do need to work with your vet to make sure that if they're insulin dependent, that we're not giving them too much insulin as we're changing that diet. We can still feed them into remission, but we have to make sure that we're not giving them too much insulin because when they're, again, if they're fed a kibble diet, they're fed a lot of carbs and starches. And if you know anything about diabetes, you know, carbs and starches are not the friend, right? So when we switch over to a wet food diet or a raw food diet, then that dependency of insulin becomes different. So we have to not give them the same dosage as we're changing it. So we have to work with our vet on that.
Okay, last question of the night, and I love this question so much. Hold on. So why some cats not very cover their poop and pee? And then follow up, Amy said, is it Shadan or Shaden? I know I'm messing up your name. I have two kitty brothers. One doesn't cover his poop, so his brother jumps in and covers it for him. So funny. And Shadan or Shaden said, very strange. My cat always covered their poop, their waste. But the last cat we have does not care. He doesn't like a dog. This, we're asking feline behaviors about this. This can sometimes be a dominance issue. It's like they're like, this is my litter box.
Leaving their scent.
Back, right. Like this is so in the wild, cats will cover their poop so they can't be like found. in a territory where they realize there's no other predators really, they will leave their poop uncovered as a sign of dominance. This is my box to other cats in the house. It's a fascinating dynamic, but it's multifaceted. So if it's something that really bothers you, reach out to a feline behaviorist, because I feel like they can really look at those individual situations in a way that is
Hello from the
Shadon.
Philippines.
Shadon. That's beautiful. Am I doing the emphasis on the wrong syllable?
I
Shadon.
feel like we should make a song about
Shadon.
that. Shadon.
Greetings in the Philippines. You guys, happy Monday. We're about to go for a sunset walk here in Las Vegas and then make something. I know you can't have too much wine before you go walking, because we can't go walking.
Okay. With too much wine.
With too much wine.
I mean, we could.
No.
It'll just be a little bit of a heavier step.
No.
Okay.
Not for me. Not for me.
Oh my God. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for Q&A Monday. We will be back next week. I don't think we have a podcast this week. So we will be back next week.
Actually, we're not going to be back next week. We're going to be back next Tuesday.
Oh, we are not going to be back next week.
Tomorrow we have a special event at 5 p.m. That is a recorded event. Tomorrow, next Monday.
We should not.
I love Sissy. I love Sissy in the background being like, you guys are
when
really
we drink
messing
wine
it
on
up.
these things. Sissy's like,
I love
you
you,
don't know
Marilyn.
what you're talking
I
about.
love you,
Just
Judith.
stop talking. Okay,
Like,
we love
cut
you
it
guys
off.
so much. Happy Monday.
Thank
you for being beautiful. You're amazing humans.
Yes.
You're amazing cats.
And cheers to all of our cats who are our best teachers.
Yes.
I just want to say we're all the most blessed humans in all the world. We love you guys so much. The rest of this is mine. We'll see you guys next week. Good night.